Hi Leo, welcome to your reading for the second week of June 2025. The energy around this reading is of the Six of Swords, which is leaving turmoil for peace. It is very positive. It's a time where you may travel because it also indicates short trips away. And it can also mean moving house if there's other factors indicated in the rest of the spread. So let's have a closer look. We also have the Ace of Swords here, which is great victory over any difficulties that you've been going through, and this is long-term victory. And it's victory over any issues to do with things ending and rebuilding. This is in the line of thought, so it may be a victory over ways of thinking that have sabotaged you, but this is success, and it's due to balance in your life. That's balance physically, emotionally, spiritually. And so then it makes way for you to be able to connect more and more with your passion and what you're here for. Again, the Emperor is about getting everything in order, routine and structure in your life, and observing and not reacting to any people around you who may be being a bit difficult or combative. This seems to be around work. And also, Leos are very good at seeing through any sort of manipulation and moving away from that. You're in a leadership position into the future to do with this. And again, we were talking about short trips away here. The world can also indicate travel. So some of you may be traveling and preparing for travel, which you love. It actually brings about really wonderful, almost epiphanies to do with somewhere that you go. So that is quite lovely. Of course, not everyone's traveling. This is for more of a collective reading, but it looks really good if that's what you're planning. Some things have been on hold to do with your work and career, and it's like you've had to prepare for this as well. And listen to yourself. It's your truth and honesty and integrity to yourself that matters, not what other people think. You have been through a period of time where your emotional lesson has been not to listen to people who are a difficulty in your life. And now you're standing much more in your own power and listening to yourself. This is also to do with new beginnings around your work and career, or something that you're going to be doing in the long term that's a work-like situation, and it is of service in some way. It's to do with helping probably groups of people, but it does involve groups and communication and meetings. There could also be people coming back in from your past who are friendships that are very connected to you. This is talking about an air sign man, so Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be that specifically, but it's someone who is intelligent and thoughtful. You love it. There could be a love interest for those of you who are single, but some of you may not be quite ready. You may feel like you're still overcoming a past situation, but it's time to heal now. And one of the ways of healing is to focus on the good things in your life rather than the loss, and being grateful, practicing gratitude as soon as you wake up in the morning, saying affirmations. That would help around any issues that may have come up to do with self-esteem and self-confidence. So I am happy, I am healthy, everything's always working out for me. I am happy, I'm confident, everything's always working out for me. Just saying these affirmations as soon as you wake up in the morning actually embeds them in the subconscious and creates a much more healthy way of thinking. But many of you already know this, I know. You may have faced some challenges from people who may not believe that you are on your path, or there's something that you want to do that others may oppose in some way. But you do have victory over this. You're the one who is overcoming this after some challenges. And it is to do with, the Ten of Cups is your wishes and hopes and dreams, and achieving, especially here in the line of the near future, achieving some of these wishes and hopes and dreams. You may feel like, some people say to me, they don't know what they want. But it's about listening to your intuition. What does your heart want? What would you love to be doing? Even if you don't think that's a job. I didn't think tarot reading was a job 35 years ago, and I had a lot of opposition. People ridiculing me. Hardly anyone was a tarot reader back then. But it's been a lifelong career, and those people fell along the wayside. So try not to pay attention to any negativity when you're thinking about what you want to do into the future. The King of Swords can also be a really big opportunity coming in for you, and the Knight of Wands can indicate that it's coming in from your past, that it may be something that you've started before or tried before or thought of before, but this is a long-term new beginning. It's very much an establishment of this path. This is the line of karma, and also your karmic lessons and things that are coming up for you at the moment. And they're reminding you that love just is. No one can give us love or take love away from us. And you do actually have 3 aces in this reading. So far, you might have more in a minute. And so this gives you a great deal of power, but it is your truth, your honesty, your integrity to yourself that matters. And then these are final judgments. You don't have to be, you're not tested again on these things. Some of you, in the line of karma again, one of the karmic lessons is possibly walking away from something that you don't like to do with your work, or something that's boring. You do really need to be around people who are appreciative of you, who respect your ability, who are grateful for what you give to the world. And this includes your income, looking at how you can bring about greater financial stability, and not falling into the trap of thinking that you can't bring about this greater financial stability. You can. And it is through, so all of these cards are about financial stability, all 4 of these. So the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles are all about establishing yourself financially. And this may have something that you start at home. It's close to home. This can indicate working from home. But again, when we have the world with it, it means that you could have a very broad reach across the earth. This again is saying you're scattering your energy. Bring it back to now. What will make you happy now? And you may feel like you need a partner in some way. This could just be someone like a teacher, or you're learning some sort of skill from someone who is in your life for a short period of time. Or it could just be a course you do on the internet from someone who has that skill. But it's about focusing on what you want. You will be very focused on this wealth creation, or it's not even really wealth, it's about how do you want your life to look into the future, the near future. It's closer than you think. There are some amazing opportunities here, and the key is goal setting. You will reach these goals very quickly. The 8 of Wands is about things happening quickly, and so is the Knight of Swords. So this can happen, this can start today. It is about analysing situations and looking at the positive. The Star is about new beginnings that are totally positive. They're not negative at all. And being excited about what you're doing. This could indicate a huge change away from what you were doing, and more of a connection with what you're here to do. And it is to do with your own particular set of gifts. The Hermit is about your being the expert in your field. And don't feel like you don't know enough. That can stop us from stepping forward. The key is self-love, being gentle on yourself, not criticizing yourself. The Tower can mean self-criticism, so walking away from any of those sort of ways of thinking and into self-love and being gentle with yourself. This is also something that you do differently to others, because the Lovers is a creative card, and it may not be in the creative arts, it might be creative, but it's what you do that's creative, and you may be juggling this with something else before you walk away from, say, your boring day job. You might be juggling this other thing. This is someone coming in to help you, as I was saying before, to do with acquiring knowledge in some way or learning a skill. You are stepping away from old, these are relationships. Traditionally, the Five of Cups is the card of marriage with deep regret. And this is you really looking at the big picture, looking at what any relationships that were difficult for you in the past have given you. And you come to a sense of peace to do with these relationships. So this is extremely welcome if you've been going through the end of a relationship, or you're thinking of leaving or something like that. And the Nine of Swords is the ending of worry in the line of the present, the ending of a time of stress and worry and fear, and it leads to a greater sense of peace, which it keeps coming up here, and of course that's the energy around the reading. And they're saying you will be planting seeds, or it is time for you to plant seeds of what you want rather than what you don't want. If you keep things in your life that you don't want, they'll be here for a long time too. So it is time to at least start thinking about the changes and possibly make those changes. It's just the first step on the path, and sometimes that's the difficult one, especially if you're doing it on your own, but it leads to these wonderful new beginnings. So wow, there's the other pentacle. Other ace. It's the Ace of Pentacles, and it is saying that you'll be okay financially, well, more than okay, to do with this new beginning around your career. The King of Pentacles is focus on creating something or bringing something in, and is very much related to work and career, and it will feel like you're blessed. The Sun is blessings, and the Sun is, people will look at you and think that you look very lucky. But it is because you've made these preparations and you're bringing them in. And you will have, these are members of your soul group, you will have people coming in who you meet along the way who are members of your soul group, who become very good friends. There's at least 2 coming up here, but probably more. These are wonderful outcomes. There's quite a lot of people in this reading. It's not going to be a time of isolation. You might need to spend some time on your own, and this is time on your own in nature and, you know, self-love, self-reflection. But it's, if you want the company, it's there. Some people are very supportive to do with these new beginnings, and others are opposing it, as I was saying before. So you'll probably move more towards the people who are being supportive. You are being asked to connect to, this is the card of the spirit guides, and this is your psychic ability. Even if you don't believe that they're there, even if you don't believe in a higher source or anything, just play around with it. Treat it like an experiment. But really, it is about what is beyond the veil, and that you do have this help and support from beyond the veil. This is a grandmother or motherly energy, and they're saying speak. Say it aloud if you're alone, otherwise people might think you're a bit crazy, but and you will, it may not happen straight away, but you will see results. So this is a divine opportunity. It's like divine intervention in some way to do with your work and career. But I feel that you have to make this decision and step on the path. It's not just going to be put in front of you unless you actually make that space in your life, or start Start with the first step. Then things flow in. These are the cards of the starseed. The starseed. And these, what was it? We did have the card, the magician here somewhere. Where'd it go? Around your head, around your work, and great success. So let's see what other messages your star family have for you. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. This really fits with what they were talking about up here, to do with healing the heart, and healing the heart probably to do with relationships. So this is the Divine Mother as well. So connecting to the Divine Mother and that feeling of love and nurturing. You could even do inner child work and go back to yourself in meditation. You go back to the child who was hurt or upset, and you tell them that you're there for them and that you're going to look after them, and you hold them and nurture them as yourself, as the Divine Mother, whether you're male or female. You could be the Divine Father if you want. But deep cellular healing, we're all going through this at the moment. And don't feel alone, because you do have guides and you do have help on the other side, regardless of what anyone has told you, or, you know, tried to take your power away in that way. These are the Ask and It Is Given cards, the Abraham Hicks cards for manifestation. Every reality has been focused by someone into being. Yeah, these are the seeds that you're planting, and you're focusing them into being. Keeping your focus, keeping your eye on how you want things to be into the future. Fall, fail, fly. That's it. Try and try again. But this time you try and you succeed, because these are actually such fantastic outcomes in the short term rather than the long term too. Serpent. Rebirth, shedding, healing. You are constantly being rebirthed and transformed. As we are. It is a constant, we're like onions. We're always, things are coming to the surface to be healed. So it's part of life, and it's a wonderful thing, because you are emerging from the chrysalis. And I know that's a mixed metaphor, but this is success, and success to do with what you love. So yeah, really beautiful cards, Leo. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I'll see you next week, and have a wonderful week. God bless.